Hey guys, it's been a long Friday. Been trying to get a bunch of videos up. We've had a lot of video requests. Literally the phone in Christian's hand has not stopped buzzing. It dings like within every 2 to 3 seconds between Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. So make sure you're on all our platforms. But as far as YouTube goes, very close to 100,000. I know we said that several times, but I think we're going to hit it this evening, which I'm very proud of. But I had these two 3+3s together. Told you guys in the past about the blue one, of course. It's basically spoken for. And what I mean by that, for those that keep asking, customer's been very patient. He wants it perfect. He wants everything gone over. He's bought from us before. His money's good. He's spending a lot of money on that truck. That is a 6-figure truck. And he just wants it perfect, and he's patient. So we're waiting patiently. He's waiting patiently. Everybody's good. But the decision has been made about the red and white crew cab. We're going to basically duplicate the look of this truck. We did a teaser this morning, and I kind of did it on purpose because I already knew everybody was going to say, the wheels, the wheels, the wheels, the wheels. Don't go with that truck. We're not stupid. We know what you guys like, and we love that that's what you like because it's what we like. So the red and white truck is going to go on a 12-inch kit. It's getting the crossover steering. It's getting the crossover track bar system. It's getting the Davis off-road custom built wheels. Might be one of the first ones we debut with the new wheel. Standing right here. Yes. It's getting the power steps. I haven't decided yet on the tank system, but Daniel was up here earlier and we did a quick walk around. And again, a crew cab truck, they're so hard to come by. The paint and body work's done. The hard part's done. We're going to fix the AC. We're going to go ahead and take care of all the little nooks and crannies and screws. And I'm going to show you guys one thing. It's kind of embarrassing, but how temperamental a Squarebody truck really is. This truck's great. We open and close the doors. We already knew they needed to be adjusted, but we close this door, and guess what? Now there's no push button. The push button falls inside because the spring and the clip and the piece in there fell off. That's why we take the doors apart and lube them and grease them and adjust them. And when I say everything's working currently, I could have easily sold it and it showed up at the man's house and that happened. So again, you have to realize these trucks are 30 plus years old or more. Things do happen. 40 years old actually, in the case of most of them, like that one. But the truck is a great platform. It is a crew cab. That particular crew cab has been so popular, like literally I guess we call it our most viewed vehicle, but there's no reason for it not to be the most viewed. The underside of the floor pans are as shiny as the top of the truck. In case you guys are just starting to subscribe or you haven't been here before, power steps with LED lights. This truck steers with a finger. Again, if you missed the video earlier, Christian didn't think the red and white one had power steering because he's never been in one that does not have the steering setup that we use on these trucks with the crossover and the track bar, which makes them steer in here. Whoop, whoop. You can turn like you're supposed to. That truck turns like it used to, not like it's supposed to. Gas fill in the right spot. Hidden. Gas tanks under the belly. No gas tank, so if you get crushed in the side, you're not going to explode. Gas tank's up under there. The hitch is in place to protect you. This is on a full 12-inch kit. We still have the option to play with the height of the lift on that truck. So again, we've already had a few people reach out very seriously interested. If you want to stay the same size, you can. But we already knew the wheels were not for all of y'all. A couple people gave thumbs up. A couple people supported it. I don't think it's a bad look because we see this every day, but this is what we love. So it'll probably go on a bogger, 40-inch, 16-wide wheel, may or may not be bead lock. It's going to get the power steps. And we're going to do the interior so that when you look inside of it, it looks like this one. Now again, it won't look like this one with factory upholstery. It's going to have the upholstery it currently has, which is great. It looks amazingly good with that plaid headliner interior. We'll clean up the door panels, but I think we like this truck most because this is exactly how this truck looked in the 80s. Completely error correct. All the gauges are functioning. The AC is ice cold. Big block truck, also big block truck. The red and white one, again, no need talking about this one too much. I just wanted to show you guys those little touches. The big block in that truck is Sniper fuel injected. Cab lights, what else? Oh, so other touches. We're going to change the grill. This is going back to a factory grill. Again, you can't see some of these things if the two trucks aren't beside each other. Going back to a factory grill. That way these pieces are in here properly. They don't look all silly and crooked. We're going to clean up underneath of it. The chassis is going to be cleaned. All underneath the body of the truck will have the real nice texture lining that we do underneath of it. The brake lines will get cleaned up. It already has nice Fox shocks. We went a little overboard with that one with reservoirs. It doesn't need that necessarily. Still in the air on whether we're going to change the emblems. And again, you guys welcome to drop in the comments. We love seeing what your thoughts are. That doesn't mean we're going to do it, but if you're here spending $100,000 or more, you know, we're going to try to do it the way you want. So here's your chance to custom build a truck. And the other thing that we have to keep coming back to is if you had a crew cab, I don't think most people realize the expense to build a truck. If you did not have it on the level of the way we do it, and you had to spend the money at a body shop, you had to pay premium money for a crew cab truck in the first place. There's always people that post, I got a crew cab for sale, I got a crew cab for sale. I've looked at so many crew cabs that people have forwarded to us, and the level of quality is so poor, unfortunately, but they think it's super valuable. But again, you know, if you've got to spend $30,000, $40,000 on all new rockers and cab corners, and you know stuff doesn't fit again right, and then you got to paint it, it just doesn't make sense. So starting with a really nice specimen like this, not only does it save years of time, but it saves a ton of money. But you can't build one of these trucks under $100,000 and do it properly with all the upgrades, with the one-ton stuff, with a good drivetrain that's fresh. You know, again, unless you do it in your backyard, you're really not going to be able to do it because you're going to have to pay 20 grand just for a nice carcass of a crew cab. And I don't think a lot of people realize that because they're just not out there. Sorry, my phone was literally buzzing so much in my pocket, I thought it was ringing, but it was just about 45 text messages from across the street. We're literally across the street from the car lot, but I have to walk over here to do the videos, and they cannot wait a second for an answer. So 10-minute video, guys. I hate to clip them, but I did have to clip this one. So one other thing, we're going to take the rock lights off underneath there. I just don't like all the extra wiring. We're going to take the ring lights off around the wheels. If you guys love this wheel, again, if you want to buy this truck like it is, we're not going to stop because this stuff isn't happening tomorrow. The shop's backlog is incredible. But we will sell this tire and wheel package, 8 on 6.5. What is it, 24, I think. Yeah, 24, 14, 38, 15, 50, forged wheel. So if you're in love with that wheel and tire, yes, reach out. We can sell that. We can sell the ring lights. Probably with the wheels. We might save those for another project. But that look right there, guys, the Fox shocks, the clean look, the steering. Go ahead and show the steering because, again, a lot of people are new to the channel, so they haven't been following along. But when we say crossover steering, this is what we mean. When we say crossover track bar, that's not the proper term. I just always say it. It is a track bar relocation, and it has a bracket on the frame and a bracket on the suspension, which allow it to stabilize the front of the truck. It also is at a matching angle, so there's not what's called bump steer. This truck's going to have terrible bump steer because of the fact, like I explained on the last video, this truck's steering across this far. This truck is steering across this far. It's push-pull, whereas that's going all the way across. So it's leverage. It's like using a screwdriver that size or using a breaker bar that size. You can see how it looks now, currently, with the sway bar in place, which is great. They left the sway bar. That is great. Most people yank it off, throw it away. But the steering is literally, as I said, that long. And it does make all the difference in the world. And we are spoiled by it because of the fact we bolted on basically every truck if it has a sizable lift. And that's the way we've been doing it for a long time. Again, the system that Daniel and Brian have put in place and gotten the angles right and getting it matching, and so that you do have the track bar, because with crossover you really can't run a sway bar. It just makes it perfect. So really good setup. That's going to be a beautiful truck. It is a beautiful truck, but it's just going to be the cat's meow when we're finished. 2 beautiful 3+3s. Christian just said, please, can we just keep these till we have the other truck finished in the paint shop, because he's in love with that one, knowing it's going to be just as nice, and it's going to be the copper colors, which are so popular. But I think the red, white, and blue is beautiful. And no, those 3 trucks will never hold hands together. This one's going to be gone. That one's going to be gone literally as soon as we tell somebody they can have it and pick their way. And the gold and tan one, I assume, will sell probably before we finish the project, just because of the fact it's already frame off. It's already, like I said, just like this truck. The bottom of this truck is the same color blue, the floor pans, everything. That truck's going to be the same way. So thanks, guys. We really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Look forward to 100K. We'll do something special for that. And each and every one of y'all are super important to us. Thanks for the subscriptions. Click the bell and make sure you're subscribed.